Have you ever seen a series so captivating and well written that you just can't get it out of your head for months or even years? A piece of media created with so much dedication and love that you just know it's someone's dream coming to life. Something that in your head you can only describe as a masterpiece. For me, this show is Orb.
何度でもスケブこのくらいよルの怪獣になってもここに残しておきたいんだよこの秘密を
I've currently watched more than 450 anime series, and it's been more than 12 months since I finished Orb. I can safely say that right now it's my favorite. The story takes place in 15th century Poland, where the church controls almost everything, and any suspicion of heresy might make the Pope tap 7 inquisitors and just cast this at your face for lethal. The story follows Rafal, a 12-year-old prodigy that wants to have an easy and successful life. He wants to be a model citizen, get into university, study theology, for which he does not give a fuck, but he's just going to be set for life. Using his wits and people skills, he's going to make it. All of this suddenly changes the day he has to escort a heretic, a mysterious hooded 2-meter man, back to his home. This person blackmails him and forces him to help him with his heretical research on astronomy. Also, Rafal was always interested in astronomy himself. It was his kind of hobby that he would let go because he had to study theology. This way, Rafal is introduced to the idea of heliocentrism, the theory that the sun is the center of the universe, and this goes against the doctrines taught by the church and is considered heresy. This simple idea is going to change everything for Rafal and a couple of other people who try to search for truth about the cosmos and themselves. Look, I know the plot is not very TikTok, instant adrenaline, 10 seconds, blah, 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 but I guarantee you that the cliffhangers are going to make you press next before you can even think about it sometimes. Also, the moment you think you know where the plot is going, everything turns upside down. This theme song starts playing. Yep, you guessed it right, you're in Shinji Hirako's Bankai, and you're completely caught off guard. In Orb, there are a lot of characters you might like or dislike for various reasons, but one of them stands out for me as possibly the best anime villain of all time. And this is Nowak the Inquisitor. This character is aura. He's human terror incarnate. When he enters a room, you just can't help but hold your breath because he's so cunning and ruthless that nothing gets past him. You can't actually lie to him. It's like trying to sell ice to an Eskimo, and the value of human life is non-existent for him. I can't get into details without major spoilers, so I'll just say that Nowak is a very well-written human character that is actually terrifying. That brings us to one of the best selling points of Orb as a series. There are so many multidimensional, well-written characters that whether it is through admiration, self-insertion or disdain, someone will pique your interest and you'll think about them for the days or months to come. Each one of these characters could be the main protagonist in his own series, with his ideals being more than sufficient to make fans actually follow their ideology. And when their ideals clash with each other, a special kind of magic takes place. Teehee, I'm going to connect this circle. Mr. Kifri, they've hit the second tower. And when their ideals clash with each other, a special kind of magic takes place. Dialogue. Personally, I love dialogue. From small everyday chat, if it's well written, to deep philosophical conversations. And boy oh boy does this show have dialogue. Every word is intentional but at the same time natural. Body language and ideas are expressed masterfully, but at the same time in a human way. It's not like you're reading a book, it feels real, but insanely well written. One of the reasons Orb resonated so deeply with me was the ideas that the characters expressed and the dilemmas they faced. Like, what are you willing to do to actually find the truth? What legacy are you going to leave after you are gone from this world? What is morality? Should knowledge be gatekept or shared amongst everyone? Should progress lie solely on the shoulders of geniuses? Or can normal people actually contribute? Can an idea actually change the course of history? I know that some of these sound kinda obvious. Like, when you ask someone, should knowledge be gatekept? They'll instantly answer no, but a character makes an argument about information of low quality flooding everyday life, which if you have social media, like most people do, you might have kinda faced it in the form of brain rot, internet addiction, or maybe being unable to distinguish reality from fake news because you are constantly flooded with low quality information. These concepts and a lot of others are showcased throughout the entirety of the show. For a show that is so high on ideology and dialogue, you never get these ideas shoved down your throat. Another thing I really admire about Orb is the realistic imperfections that happen. The encounters that could happen but just didn't. The goals that the characters could actually reach but they did not. And sometimes life is that way, and it's okay. This would have maybe frustrated the 15-year-old version of me, but to be honest, it's one of the things that make the story so compelling and relatable if you have actually lived. One of the best things with Orb is that any of the minor or major developments might be this one thing that clicked with you, and that could be almost any of them. The next thing I'm going to talk about is not a necessity for you to enjoy the show, but it's more of a critical strike area. If you are someone who has studied hard to get into university, or if you are currently in uni studying, or even better, if you have any feelings or thoughts about an academic career, you need to watch Orb. Around the time I finished my diploma thesis as a mechanical engineer, I also finished Orb, and I was so inspired by the show that it kinda creeped its way into my thesis. What I mean by that is that after thanking my relatives and my professor for their support, I urged any engineers interested in my work to contact me and ask for help with anything they needed, because I myself, without the help of others, unknown strangers that happened to work on the same field as I did, would actually never achieve this academic goal. I strongly believe that all of us who got help to reach a goal that looked maybe impossible at the moment, when our time comes, we need to also give help to the next ones who are in need. And this is one of my favorite ideas that are portrayed in Orb, the way that connections between complete strangers can actually conquer time and death. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I really enjoyed making it because I love the show, and I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, leave a comment, like and subscribe, it really counts, especially for newer content creators like me. I'll maybe see you on the next one. Bye!
ここに残しておきたいんだよこの秘密を